Good evening. The news summary for this Wednesday, 9th September. Ralph Volse has announced he's pulling out of the race to become the country's next president. He says he's withdrawn his candidacy after new information emerged from the Electoral Commission concerning his eligibility. The long-time campaigner for legalizing cannabis is also hoping to stand for the National Assembly in Wash-Caïman. Mr. Volse says rival party One Seychelles has already approached him to join, and he'll announce his decision on Friday.
Based on recent development with the Electoral Commissioner's CEO making a statement that they've made a decision on whether I can participate in the presidential and the National Assembly elections at the same time 2 days ago, to say that they've made a decision but they will not announce it. Okay, I feel that I need to come forward and announce what I am going to do about this situation. And I've decided to not to run for president, but to stick to the National Assembly election, and I will stand as a candidate for the Wash-Caïman district. And presently, I'm also in negotiation with One Seychelles for them not to put a candidate in Wash-Caïman, has not to divide the votes.
Independent economist says that the new policies to relieve certain expenses for people considered as vulnerable are not well founded. When analyzing these policies, Ingrid Sino pointed out the dangers of such decisions and the long-term effect it will have on the economy.
For independent economist Ingrid Sino, the new policies announced by the government last week are quite costly. It will cost the government a total of 100 million rupees for small business loans and over 74 million rupees for HFC and PMC schemes. Ms. Sino says that these expenses are dangerous as the country's revenue is reducing. Apart from straining the budget, Ms. Sino says that the policies might prevent people from developing their abilities, at the same time making them dependent on the government.
I am of the opinion that when we take economic decisions, there has to be merits. Merits based on quantification and qualification done in terms of data assessment, historical data, future projections, what we want the country to be, what we want to achieve as a country.
Recent reports published by the IMF states that because of worldwide restrictions caused by the coronavirus, tourism will not pick up until 2025. Ms. Sino says that until then, blue economy and exportation of local products can be other potential sources of revenue that can be explored.
The Rapid Response Committee says there is an increase in the number of people who are in financial difficulty and are unable to make ends meet to buy their basic needs. The Rapid Response Committee, responsible to review the existing structures to protect citizens from the economic impact of COVID-19, has given this information in a press conference. From January this year until now, the Agency for Social Protection has received 12,670 applications for assistance. The Principal Secretary for Poverty Alleviation, Alvin Laurence, who is part of this committee, says that the government programs are catering for the more vulnerable.
Highest living standard that everybody was enjoying beforehand, before COVID-19, may not be attainable for all right now. But at the same time, our effort, our work intends to ensure that all the basic needs of individuals are met and that nobody is left behind.
Health officials say children will receive polio jabs instead of oral vaccination from next year. The switch to injecting the treatment is intended to ensure the disease doesn't return. Polio causes paralysis and since last month has been officially eradicated in 47 African countries. The last recorded case in Seychelles was during a minor outbreak in 1966. From next year, the 4 vaccine doses will be administered by needle to children aged under 15. Dr. Shuba Hajanis from the Department of Health says that is to ensure Seychelles maintains its polio-free status.
At the moment, we are giving oral polio, and we have introduced one also dose of IPV, that is injectable or inactivated polio vaccine. So we are going to continue this practice, as well as our aim is from next year we want to have all injectable polio vaccine or inactivated polio vaccine in our routine immunization schedule. And we will stop giving oral polio vaccine completely, because there is a risk when we give oral polio vaccine, it is excreted into the feces, and then it can spread. If it is vaccine associated polio epidemic, it can spread. So we are going to change from oral to injectable polio vaccine.
That's the end of this news summary. Join me at 8 for the news bulletin in Creole. Until then, have a pleasant evening.